Yeah, pretty big one too.
Level 5.
Okay, yeah. You made it.
Yeah, the last thing we want for Cigar to go down. I had a game once where it was a necromancer and a psionic thrall herd. Whoever dies first has to deal with the other one's minions.
All right, I'm set to go whenever you are.
All right, let's do it.
In the keep or out in the wild. I think the wild might be better, but in the keep.
We'll see more.
Yeah, we're
doable
at
as
the
well.
keep right now, so
If it's better in the wild, then yes, you are. The team is finally leaving the keep. Made all your preparations, but remember, you're going east.
That's
Yep.
fine.
And it's open plains, most of it. And so, yeah, I mean, it takes about a good 11, 13 AC board.
It's 13 AC not bard. It's a file type.
Which you were very lucky those bugbears didn't wallop you because they, hey,
Like a 9 and an 8.
you
Otherwise,
took,
immediately take a death save.
yeah.
Basically.
Basically, you took all the luck from the fight, and that's why I think Brave went down because, like,
I stole Braith's luck.
yeah,
So
Braith,
sad.
Braith died for you. Remember
he did.
that.
He really did.
yeah. So you're traveling east. In this area, again, mostly south of the river, is relatively safe. Although sometimes you do see tracks of of groups of probably scouts that cross. But for the most part, that's you don't have any major encounters. So let's plop you over to safe time.
yeah.
Although along the way,
Ooh.
you may met someone. Maybe you join camp halfway through the places, and someone approaches you. And Robert, who is this person that approaches the camp?
Sure. As you're near the camp, you see a figure. It looks like an elf who's wearing very simple clothing. He looks like he's been roughing it in the woods for a while. And you notice that he has one arm.
Interesting.
I don't know, how do I share I can't share my character picture thingy, but I'll do it later, I guess.
And I guess as you approach, I'll kind of like look up and go, "Sir, are you all right?"
I completely ignore you, and I just go right near your fire and sit for a moment.
Just like kind of watching
All
a
right,
little
then.
patiently, but he's not too on guard. You're just one person after all.
I think
So
everybody,
see is looking into the woods like
everybody
wondering,
should be
like, huh.
able to see the token. If I'm not mistaken. Anybody see the token?
Yep. I see.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the character.
Yeah. Kix is like looking out of the woods just to make sure. It's like, huh, I wonder if the elves followed us.
Oh,
After,
kinda
like-
unlikely.
After maybe like 30 minutes of just him sitting there silently,
Mhm.
you notice he looks like he had his eyes closed, and he opens his eyes. He looks around for a second. He says, and he would say, "Apologies for intruding on you, gentlemen."
Oh, you can speak. Well, that's good. Well, you seem to be in a little bit of trouble without an arm. I suppose I should ask again. Are you all right?
Oh, don't let that fool you. You notice that the arm is actually covered up. There's like a leather strap
Mhm.
over where the stump would be, I guess. So it looks like it's not like a fresh wound, if that's what you were thinking.
Okay. Well, that's good to hear. Well, welcome to our camp. I am Baron Kicks the Shield.
I'm not familiar with your barony.
It's very new. Just south of Narwhal, actually.
Is that that town? How many days away are we from the city? Like, or from Narwhal, I guess.
2 or 3 days
Mhm.
for the most.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, it's the town up north. Yes.
Intruder, kill him.
I must confess, it's very rare that I see people camping around my home.
Oh, you live around this area.
And he takes his good arm and he kind of points into the woods. My home is just beyond the tree line there. I saw your fire.
Ah. I've never really wandered out this way before. I usually stick to the roads normally, but this was sort of expedient. I didn't know anyone actually even lived out here. Well, it's a pleasure to meet you. Who might you be then?
You may call me Lael.
Well, it's a pleasure to meet you.
He just nods and bows.
I see you're an elf. I don't suppose you're related to the other ones that live in the woods to the west.
Out of character, maybe. I haven't really thought that far ahead yet.
I think those would probably be wood elves. If you're like a high elf, the answer would probably be, probably not.
Oh no, he is a wood elf. So you know what?
Okay.
I'm gonna say I know of them. Yes, they used to be my kin.
Indirectly, you know.
Okay. So just a more distant relation then.
Well, by choice, I left.
Well, hopefully nothing untowards. We lost Trump.
Dang.
He got called out. He left.
Let me see. So it's Lael.
Oops. Whoops.
God damn it! And I
He's
just
back.
by choice I left, and then I leave.
Yeah.
Oh,
I
I'm
left by
sorry.
choice. It disconnects by force.
I put in the chat for you, Theta. It's the semi-Elven, semi-Gaelic name I could find that looked pretty good.
It works.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
And,
Well, hopefully nothing untowards, Lael.
say that again.
Hopefully nothing untowards. You're not an outlaw, are you?
No, it was by looking. How do I explain? It is seeking enlightenment within all things out here. Seclusion helps with that, especially with meditations.
I had a friend once who said I should probably sit around and meditate in the woods, and I don't think it took it all. That sort of activity isn't for me.
It's a discipline that shows strength of character and soul.
Well, I find disciplines in other ways. Sitting still is not one of them.
I noticed the others haven't spoken anything, and I just look at them and notice stuff. Is there anything? Do you want me to I guess I'm asking lessons. Is there any reason to do a roll of some kind to I guess?
What are you looking for exactly? You trying to identify who's with the party? You see a number of soldiers.
Yeah.
Or
I'll just
yeah,
point and
a
say
large
this over here is Gar, my advisor, and Barakat, my other advisor.
and the
I see.
dozen or more armed men that are with them at
I should say
Skeletons, right?
Yeah.
Barricat's just kind of not paying attention.
Yeah, someone just wandered
right,
into camp and you're just strumming the loops still.
Writing something down, looking semi-depressed.
They look like people, not skeletons. Yeah.
They do look like people in full armor and cannot be seen, yes.
Can I do a? This is gonna sound silly, but can I do a insight or perception or something like that anyway?
You
Just for the
can
heck of it?
insight me.
Okay.
I mean, you
Insight.
can try to insight them, I guess.
Yeah. I mean,
Well, his insight's not that good compared to like what Braith's was, but
Mhm.
I mean, he probably notices at the very least Barakat seems sullen. I
Yeah,
can't tell.
for
I'm
sure.
assuming I can't tell that they're all skeletons under there.
Seems unlikely.
No.
Yeah.
Right.
He
True.
obviously Kix is just
In-
being genuinely friendly. Wraith
Yeah.
dies, new guy shows up. It's
Yep.
he's possessed by Wraith spirit. Look out.
Insight,
Uh,
everyone.
You won't be seeing a lot of insights from this character compared to Braith.
Yeah.
Only +2.
Yeah, exactly. His strengths are in another area. But he says, what did he say actually? He would say, "Well, it is a pleasure to make your acquaintances here, gentlemen. Please, if you wish to stay the night, I have no problems with you near my home. Just watch out for the wolves and everything else that are around here."
Well, wolves we've dealt with before, but at least we'll be on our way by tomorrow and probably out of your hair. We're heading over to Safeton.
Safeton, that is. I wish you luck. Then it is a larger city. I've been there a few times.
Oh.
Nothing special, unfortunately.
Well, we have a little business
Gee.
out there.
Do you know the way to Safeton, actually?
I was just planning to head east until I hit water. I have a map somewhere in one of these bags.
Perhaps I could, at the very least, guide you there. It is the least I can do for letting you letting you share the camp with me.
I would appreciate that, of course. Come with us, and we'll spend some time together. And of course, when we return to our keep, you're always welcome to come visit.
You say you have a keep.
That's right. It's out on the lake, the one south of Narwhal.
Not
About
familiar with it.
3 or 4 days travel, I think.
I am not familiar with this area that much, other than my hut and my hunting grounds.
Ah, well, maybe we could go ahead and show you around. Or at least invite you to come take a look at our maps.
I don't know how much help I would be. Do you show me the maps? I guess. Like, what do they actually say?
I mean, you probably get like the same overlay that like we get whenever we look at the map. It's like, hey, this is what the area kind of vaguely looks like.
Yeah.
Uh,
All right. Well, there's the introduction,
Yep.
and I guess he would say then, "Well, thank you," and I guess just to keep him around for a while, he will guide you to the city.
that sounds appropriate. There we go.
Say, at least for now.
No. Yeah. Go ahead.
Now, if you haven't guessed, the background is a hermit,
Yup.
and he is a wood elf monk with a subclass, which you don't know yet. So
Yup. The image has him with a sword. I wonder if he also has a sword.
he does. You notice there's like a small short sword that's attached to
Yeah.
a scabbard on it. The short sword is slightly curved, and with the GM's permission, can we just make it a wakizashi?
Yeah.
Awesome.
All right. So you got a nice, cool sword. And yeah, coming with us. And I've already paid enough for food for everyone, so we don't have to worry about changing stuff mid-flight. Yay!
Hold on.
Awesome.
Where did this guy come from?
That's okay. I prepared ahead of time in case I found new friends I wanted to kidnap. Bring with us.
Oh god. Right.
Don't ask what all the rope's for.
Forcibly recruiting. Look. It's just aggressive recruiting, you know?
It is, yeah, it's aggressive friendship.
So I have a speed of 50. So you better move fast.
Fuck.
Right. The horses also have speeds of like 50 or 60, so that's not really too much
So-
of a problem here.
So I'm
we are
actually
cruising.
walking. I'm literally walking the speed of the horses. That's pretty cool.
Well, we're
Okay.
running the speed of the horses, yeah.
Sure.
Yeah,
Move
pretty-
fast and arrive alone.
He's got to have like strong ass legs if he only has one arm. That's how I'm picturing
Gosh.
it right now.
I'll guide you, zooms away into the distance.
You see, when one person's sense is gone, the others build up.
Legs aren't as
Oh, I could do-
compensate.
I could do one better.
And
I
he
don't see him
disappears.
at all.
Cut off before like some win in boxing. That's
No,
how you
he
really
doesn't
win.
really do that.
Yup.
I hear if you cut off your head, you could replace it with the head of Vecna.
Actually, that I think I just gotta double check something real quick. You cannot. Can you? Your base stats like strength and dex and all that stuff. What's the highest it can go to? 18 or 20?
20.
When
20.
When
Okay.
he-
So
Unless
then,
we
so
use
then
that
like
book of
those
manual
books.
dexterity.
Yeah, you need magic to go up.
all right. Okay.
Unless you
so I
have
just wanted
like
to double
a
check. So,
capstone thing, or the books.
all right, he does have a dex of 20. Just so it's
Okay.
it's legal. I just want to make sure
Sick.
it's correct.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're good.
Yep. Good go.
Right. So you guide them to Safeton. Safeton, and you know this because people in the region know this. About 10 years or 10, 15 years ago, there more than 30 years ago, and this area right here, this whole area from the corner of the map almost all the way to the water, it's called the slaughter fields, because a huge mass of orcs and goblins attempted to assault the city, and they were, the battle was incredibly bloody. Right now, when you come in, basically what you see, sort of like the a series. Actually, you see poppy fields as far as the eye can see. With maybe a stick, maybe a piece of iron sticking from the ground, right? With once it may have been a spear or sword, but this area, and you hear the laughter of like kids playing around these poppy fields, stuff like that, as people mostly come from either South Gate or the North Gate. There's not a lot of traffic actually in the South Gate. Most of the traffic goes from the North Gate because that comes from Greyhawk, the coast. The South Gate is the almost always keep closed unless visitors are allowed. So if you're on foot, you're supposed to go to the South Gate. If you're part of a caravan, you're supposed to go to the North Gate.
I assume we're going Southgate. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Right.
it.
We're like we're like 4 people on a single cart. It's
We're
fine.
basically on foot.
And so that's that. And you get there, and the place is heavily guarded. This is a town that's relatively large. It's a small city, but it still bears the marks of a city under siege. Right? It has heavy guard presence. Everybody you meet, even not the kids, but like all the adults, are armed in one way or another. Whether it's tools that can be used as weapons, or they have daggers, sword. Maybe they have an axe that doubles as a woodsman axe, right?
I'm
But
sensing a pattern in this region at this point.
Yeah, it isn't as in Pasquarel where everybody has a dedicated knife, but a lot of people are, ready to combat, and you see a lot of heavy guard presence here. These are guards. In fact, you see the city guard, and then you see other guards that are wearing a tabard which has a symbol of Greyhawk. And you, Playo, who's living there, you know that those are the hard-by Marines, who essentially are sort of the elite naval infantry that Greyhawk deploys in the region.
Makes sense.
So there's actually 2 or even more types of military forces in the area. Now, you arrive in the area. Gar, since this is your bailiwick, what are you planning to do? Please type it up so we can proceed there. Now that you have arrived in.
Let's see. Let's see. Head to the docks, find the information on the Griffin's crest. That, or was my man supposedly still in town?
The he was told that they were waiting for somebody who was waiting for the Griffin's crest. So the ship should have been here during the spring, but it has been late, and Okoro was nervous about it. I mean, he was writing more and more frequent letters, and those letters mentioned a Garbok. You don't know who they are, but they were addressed to a man named Garbok. Who's supposed to be in town. No, Paleon sent you the information from Greyhawk. He's still investigating in Greyhawk. He's not here in Safetown. In fact, he basically said, I can't go to Safetown, but you live closer to Safetown, so would you investigate this lead? Right? Oh.
Okay. Garvog. I thought it was
No,
Balbosok.
Balbosok was the man who was supposed to be in the ship.
So
But
he's the one coming.
Yeah, he's the one who's supposed to be coming, but he never made it, right? But since I didn't mention Garvok before, it is understandable that would have been confusing. I apologize.
All right. So I think this at least connects together reasonably. Looking into Garvog because there's a ship coming with Balbasok on it.
Yes, Garvok is supposed to be his contact in town.
And I guess we go looking for Garvog.
Oh.
What do you think your plan will be, Gar? Like, we could just go up and just straight up talk to him and see if he spills what he says, or should we maybe talk to the authorities and see if they'll allow us a warrant of some kind? Easily distracted, I understand. Looking for Balzac. All right. But yeah, well, how do you want to approach the situation, Gar? Gotta find the guy before anything else. Okay, so let's just try to turn up his location then.
As you can see, the city has different quarters.
Mm-hmm.
The Freeman's Quarter, which actually is outside the walls, so that's this area. The Marine Quarter, the Dock Quarter, and the Low Quarter. So, and the guards basically, when you come in, they check your weapons. They do the same thing they do in Greyhawk. They ask you to peace bond them, try to tie up your knots into it, etc. And includes the men that you carrying with I suppose you came with all your retinue, right?
Yes.
So
yeah, that'll be a good question for Garth.
Yeah. You came in with all your retinue, your
You're
guard.
undead.
Yes. Okay.
And they're just
Oh.
peace binding them.
Yeah, they put peace binding them. It's not unusual. I mean, the guards really are keeping an eye on you, right? Let me see. Right. See if they notice anything strange. They don't. But basically, they say to you, Kicks, because you stand out, right? In fact, you're Dragonborn, and they're like,
And,
you
and I
have this
probably at
few
least
percent.
announce like who I am and such.
Yeah, it's like, well, yes, my lord. Please keep your mercenaries in check. They're allowed within the walls, but you're responsible for them. Any trouble, they'll be on your head.
Of course, I understand and I obey the laws of this town.
Very well. You can't ask for any directions, right? Actually, because you come with such a large party, a sergeant of the guard shows up, and he's the one who is giving you basically your instructions on how to behave, right? And he does mention that the Marine Quarter is off limits.
Oh, that's a very large sector.
Unless you have specific permission to go there.
Ah, all right. What sort of things happen in the Marine Quarter?
Oh, that's because that's the cantonment for the Harbor Marines. It's military occupation zone. Greyhawk.
Oh, it's more of an extended fortress, isn't it?
It is indeed, sir.
Ah, that makes perfect sense. I understand then.
In fact, you can see here that it has its own gates.
Yeah, it's got like
So
the
it's-
militia gate over there and the bay gate.
Yeah. So
It's also got the pavilion of the songstress, an absolute necessity, right next to the Ferris wheel.
I don't know if that's a Ferris wheel, but
It's got the Great Wharf, though. Every wharf's got a Ferris wheel.
They tried to build one around here on Staten Island in New York, and it did not end well.
yeah. I mean, you can
And-
go in, but you need permission to go in, right? Because
Right.
that's the it has several temples, and that's mostly where most of the warships here in the Great Wharf are kept as well. So
Right. So I think for now, then, part of the goal here is going to be to canvass people and to figure out if anyone knows who this Garvog person is and where they may be. So we are
Garvog.
stirring up questions in town, or at
As
least
you
that would be the
are,
initial plan.
As you are starting up questions, Lael is preparing to take his leave because he has no reason to stay with you just yet.
Ah, leaving already? Well, hopefully they will meet again.
You said you're looking for an individual. For what purpose? I never heard, though.
Well, it's sensitive, but there were some ill tidings up in Greyhawk a few months back. We're following up on that right now, and we think there might be more ill to do here.
Ill tidings? What kind of ill tidings?
Did you not hear what happened in Greyhawk?
No, I've been in the woods, remember?
Oh. 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 And it slowly dawns on. Well, over in Greyhawk, during the yearly arena fight, we participated, but the arena master and his cohort decided to begin a mass sacrifice of the arena, to flood it, to fill it up with a dragon, and to begin preparations for some dire spell that would have spelled doom for the rest of the city.
It was a Hydra.
My God, what?
It's terrible, for sure. People died during that, though I think we mitigated the damage as much as we could. People who were associated with that may be here. Or may be arriving
you
here
see-
at some due time.
And you seek to bring them to justice, you say?
To justice, or at the very least to stop whatever they may be planning here. For if it were to happen here as well, it's not my home, but I would be saddened nonetheless.
Perhaps I could maybe be of assistance then, still, if you would allow it.
If you'd like to accompany us, well, we could probably use another hand.
I laugh.
It kicks like dot dot dot. Oh, I walked right into that one.
Smooth.
I will attempt to avoid future hand and arm checks.
This is what I get for making like weird ass characters.
Yeah.
He went on a limb and
You
the
know-
limb broke. Yeah,
Oh God.
Oh,
and the limb fell off. You can almost say it's a
Right
stretch.
side.
You can almost say it was a stretch, but he couldn't reach.
At least this is not costing me an arm and a leg. Anyway.
No.
No,
I
alright.
really hope that your character is a fan of Five Finger Death Punch.
I don't even know what that is other than an anime.
It's
so.
like a metal band, I think.
Isn't that like the anime where the guy punches somebody and he kills them every time or something?
That's
No,
No,
that's
that's Fist of the
One
North
Punch Man.
Star. Yeah.
Yeah.
Fist of the North Star? I thought it was like
Yeah.
I thought it
Well-
was called like Five Finger Death Punch or something.
No, that's the technique.
Or
Yeah,
One Punch
there's
Man.
One
Yeah.
Punch Man.
But One Punch
Oh,
Man is
One
another.
Punch Man. Okay.
One Punch Man is the funny one.
Yeah.
Fist of the North Star is the terrible post-apocalyptic Mad Max one,
Yeah.
where throwing
that I see.
dynamite is a martial art.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I mean, he still punches people and they explode.
One Punch.
Yeah, I'm just gonna I will agree to help you out as I can. So I have no reason to leave at this point now, at least.
Yay.
All right. Well, you're
We
staying
got
with us,
there.
and you get to join the boring part where we just go around talking with people for a while.
Well,
Surely, after being out of the woods for so long, this must be one of your specialties.
Perhaps not.
I should probably
I
properly
was-
introduce myself. I'm
I thought I assumed you did already, but
No,
I
Hicks
said what
did it
Bearcat's
for
name
me.
was, but he hasn't actually introduced himself nor talked to you, it seems.
Yeah. So I'm gonna approach Lael.
And Gar is ever either not talking to people or talking people until they die.
Yeah. So I'm gonna approach Lael. I should apologize. I haven't properly introduced myself.
that's quite all right. Are you okay?
It's nothing. My name is sorry. My name is Bearcat. Kix may have already introduced me.
Mhm.
What was your name?
You may call me Lael.
Lael. All right.
It actually means of iron will in the language of the elves.
Oh, that's very interesting. I don't really know very many languages. Just common, really.
Well, that's perfectly fine. Most people I speak to know common quite well, at least.
Yeah. Oh god.
Bearcat seems very awkward and nervous.
Yeah, he's like, there was clearly a slip up there, and he's trying not to recognize it at all.
Oh no, I'm assuming I caught that slip up.
Oh yeah. So he wasn't going to introduce himself as Bearcat. He started with Axie, and then cut himself off.
Yeah, that's your character's real name, right?
Maybe.
I'm saying
It could
that
be-
out of character.
Yeah, it's part of it. Yeah, it's
Okay.
like the first syllable or whatever.
Because I remember you said it once before to the tiefling in Greyhawk,
Yes.
and that was it. So
Yeah, but nobody technically outside of that knows. And so he's like trying to quickly recover from that. So,
Well, Lael will actually say, "You seem distressed. Is everything all right?"
well, you see, we recently lost a good friend of ours, and so I've just been somewhat distracted lately.
I could understand that quite well, actually. Perhaps I could. Perhaps I can teach you a way to meditate to ease your mind from such negative thoughts.
That that might help. I've never had anyone very close to me die before. I can't say it's been easy.
You notice Lael actually stops for a moment and he thinks about what he wants to say. And then he says, it very rarely is, but recognizing that it's not easy is step one.
Well, uh, maybe you can teach me that meditation and maybe join us for some more time, and maybe you'll even make it into a song.
Oh, a song.
He, like, quite obviously has an instrument strapped around him.
Lael actually pulls out from his satchel a flute.
Oh, a musician yourself, are you?
Not really, it's just when I'm bored.
Well, I'm sure you're better than you think you are.
I will let you be the judge then. Arrogant begins playing Always Look on the
Oh,
Bright
God.
Side of Life. That's good. That's a good one.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
good.
key. Yep.
Let me just start playing the Truman Show theme song, or whatever it was. Well, we should get to searching, right? We have to find, what was his name again? Garval, right?
Carbach.
Yep.
Garval.
Garvok.
I mean, surely there can't be that many people with that name in this place.
And then we come up with 50 Garvoks.
And
Right.
you would, I mean, considering everyone can hear this conversation,
Yeah.
not the worst recovery from a slip up you've ever seen.
Not the worst.
You know,
No, it's good.
he's good with words. And he's gonna start helping with this search for Garvog.
All right.
I would assist as well. What kind of roles would this be though to search?
So,
Yeah.
how many
go ahead.
people have like investigate? I suppose.
Nope.
I may not have investigate, but I do have charisma skills.
Yes. You're
Yeah.
going to, depending on what you're going to approach it, you can search for rumors, and
Mhm.
there's a term for it which I'm blanking out on, and I hate when that happens.
Gossip was
gossip.
in a different
Yes.
system, though.
No. Gather information.
Gather
gonna-
information.
You're gonna make
Sure.
gather information roll.
But how do we make them?
Depend. You can do investigation
Mhm.
and also persuasion rolls, depending when you actually talk to people. So start. Well, first of all, with gather information, you have to, if you're going for the gather information roll, you're going to drop some money, essentially. You're,
Cargo's
grabbing people,
carousing.
yeah, carousing and grab information, that sort of thing. Yeah.
And what was the other part?
That would be I'm blanking out. My God, now my brain has just got fried. I saw a piece of news. It just got me disturbing.
It's okay.
And it's give me a moment. It's gotta come back to me. It's one of those things where GMs go like beep, beep, beep.
You'll fill it in.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, first of all, do your investigation, and then we got go from there.
Okay.
Because you have to basically spot. I'm going through terms that were current in 3.0, which are no longer functional. Yeah.
Like together or individually?
Well, depending how you're going to handle it, are you going to you should do just one major search. Well, first of all, you know that this person has some connection with ships,
Mhm.
of course, so they would know or be in contact with, say the custom house, for example, or have access to the dock quarters, whether they work there or not. So if you're looking for a Garbug, you probably have to hit the custom house, the inns, the bars, of the area, the sailors, the ships, if you can get them right, and that sort of thing.
Yep, makes sense.
It has to be dock quarters because, as I said before, access to the marine quarter is restricted. You cannot go there without permission.
But someone here might still know what's happening at the other dock, maybe.
Yeah, if it is the fact that it is in the marine dock.
Well, we have Gar with a 14 or 22 if we're counting his owl, and Kix with a 21.
For this, your owl wouldn't work because you don't know who they are, right? This is about talking to people.
Constructively.
Yeah.
Well,
The
he got a
persuasion.
21.
The word is persuasion.
Persuasion. Yes, that
persuasion.
is the charisma skill.
Yes, that is a good investigation. Investigation is used to narrow,
Mhm.
the and then once you get to persuasion, you start talking to individual people and try to persuade them, and getting that.
So Gar and I have put our brains together, narrowed it down to the dock quarters, the custom house, and now we need Vericat to actually speak to people in a constructive manner.
And Leo will play his flute outside.
And Leo will play the flute.
It's better than he thinks. Okay, so I should roll persuasion then?
Temples, the Oathbreakers, and the Paladins forsaken by their gods. Yeah, that is a little weird. Shrug.
Yeah.
I think that's a temple to Tritherium. Let me check.
Yeah, there might be like some specific deity.
Let me check this
It
actually.
it is Greyhawk after all.
Okay, persuasion. There.
Let's see.
15.
Hey,
I cannot get worse than a 15 anyways, but 15.
it's functional.
Yeah. Let's set up the scene. You walk into the custom house. It's right by, it's right here by the shore, and there's a lot of people coming in now. So the custom house is, it's a mixture of warehouse and also record keeping area. So it's a two-tiered building. The lower part is just an open warehouse. In fact, it has a ramp that goes all the way to the water. Right here, there's a ramp that goes right there, so a ship could just load up things directly into the custom house. And above you, it's sort of not a complete second floor. It's it's like I gotta describe this. There's a plank that goes most all the way around the second floor, but it has an opening. So if you were sitting there, it would be like a walkway, like a very wide walkway, but in the middle there will be a space that people can look down into the first floor. And there's just people coming in and out and out. And you're asking people like, who is this Garbug fellow? And you see someone who's talking to someone in a corner, and they're wearing what looks like scribe robes. They're wearing robes. They look in your direction. It's like, they signal to you, and they hand out like a small pouch of coin to someone else, and that person leaves. Whatever.
I'm gonna nudge Kix and walk over.
Yep. I'm basically following you.
And you attract a lot of attention
just-
again. Dragonborns are unheard of, but the guards let you in, and you do have a regal manner around you. So
I have a regal manner. I can wear
and
rich clothing.
and you have like 10 armed guards behind you. So most
I
people
have
are
a
like,
posse.
yeah.
I think I'm gonna stop Kix like 5 feet away or something.
Mhm.
So that
Oh,
there's not
do you want to
too
go in
much
yourself?
attention. Well, they just seem we might not want all the attention in the room.
Well, you can go ahead and go on in and see what you can pull up, and I'm going to. Ooh, is that a necklace over there? And get just
Yeah,
immediately distracted
I
by one
walk
of the local
over.
stalls.
So I walk over to this person.
You were looking for Garlock.
That's correct.
We don't mind me asking why. Any particular reason why?
Who wants to know?
Someone is interested in getting a debt repaid.
Okay.
Garlock is a squarely one.
Well,
But you seem to
he,
be new around here, so if you can nail him down to, not nail him really. It's more like, oh, I don't know, uh, pin him down, so to speak.
Mhm.
Or maybe I can get my money back. It's a portion of it anyway.
Well, I have a couple people that really would like to talk to him.
Well, you seem to have like a whole company of men behind you. I
Well, there's
noticed.
just a couple people really. The others
Right.
are just there.
Well, couple of people armed to the teeth. Yeah, they're noticeable even in safe
Yeah.
time.
Either way, we want to talk to
No, problem is the Garvok is a harbor marine. You know what that means, right? That's one of the reasons why it's so hard to get to him. At least for me, anyway.
He's hard to touch, I assume.
Well, he usually he goes outside and points to the north. He's stationed in the Marine Quarter. But
Mm,
I see that your fellow over there seems to be an important fellow. Maybe he can wrangle himself to get inside there. We can do that.
maybe.
That will work for me.
And so does Garvog have a direct connection to your loss of monetary interests?
You say that. Um, he said he was about to retire from the Marines and want to start a shipping business. Pretty crowded, but I suspected that he said that he could get some Marines with him, a good crew, right? He was going to invest something, and he said that he was going to start by getting shipments from down south, which, if you catch my drift, it's very dangerous to do. But if you can get
Okay.
it, see. And he pulls you aside and sort of corner behind the pillars, like the orcs. They don't have much. They have slaves, weapons,
Mhm.
but they also have gold,
That they do.
mines of them. I heard. So that kind of trade I can get behind. I don't do flesh. I don't trade in human lives. At least I try not to. Never do to another man what you don't want them to do to you. I would not like to be in chains. I'm not about to be put another one. It's a good way to get
I think
killed,
I'd agree with that.
right? But gold, I can do.
Okay.
So he made me an offer. Said he was going to bring a shipment from the south. Need to invest my money. Well, guess what? Haven't heard anything once, and he's been dodging me ever since. He's supposed to have retired already, but I don't know. Maybe he signed up for another year or so.
I
That
think we might
case,
be able to wrangle our way in there and bring him out for a little bit.
right. He owes me money though. I have dibs on whatever coin he has. You can do whatever you want with him later on. But
Like I said,
yeah,
we just want to talk to him.
right.
We don't want to, hurt him or anything if we don't have to. But
Well, pain can be persuasive from time
yeah,
to time.
yeah. Okay. Uh, Where do you think we should bring him to? If we were to get a handle of.
Well, there's an old ship called the Lady Luck. Where I do most of my business. It points to this wharf right here. It's small but comfortable. You know,
Okay. Okay. I think we can do that.
sure. Well, tell your master that I'm not gonna have like a platoon of men come into my ship. Just so
Of
he
course.
knows.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They can stay outside or whatever they need to do.
Oh, let me
That's
stay in the
what they
dock.
usually do.
Yeah. True. Just in case. I mean,
Yeah.
you don't want somebody to just start pulling swords and taking my ship, would you?
No,
Not good.
I wouldn't want that either. Okay.
Right.
I'll see you around.
All right then. I'll be here.
I'll
And,
go back to Gygax.
and the moment you kind of step out of his immediate circle, somebody else comes in and he starts another conversation. Right.
He's got a line.
He's
Yeah.
got a line.
He's got his little creepy alleyway here, and he's got a line.
Okay.
It's almost like, have you seen what's this TV series that the Naked Gun was based on? Fuck. Police Squad. The
Okay.
shoe shine boy. Yeah. Almost like that.
Yeah, there you go. All right, Bearcat, what's the news?
Well, our guy is a Marine up in the Marine Quarter. Now, using your influence, we might be able to get in and drag him out for a little bit. And if we can do that, we can bring him to the guy over there who
So the informant wants us to bring him into the Marine Quarter, and then he'll show us where our target is.
well, no, he told me where it is.
Oh,
It's
the
the reverse
reverse.
of that. Yeah. We know where he is, and we bring him out to his little ship without the whole retinue here. And then our guy figures out his business, and then we get to talk to him and do whatever.
So, wait, is this kidnapping?
Well,
Is this napping then?
I don't think we're sleeping. It's more of a it's more of like a collection job. We're not trying to hurt him or anything, and after everything's sorted, he can go home.
Oh no, I just mean in terms of what we need to do, because we need to bring him over to the ship outside of that protected area. And if we're
Right.
dragging him all the way there, that would cause attention.
I mean, we could do it one way or another, really. We need to do it.
You do have the power to hypnotize people. I've seen you do that, but usually they just
Well-
stay stock still.
Well, I mean, I guess we could probably move them if that was the case. But I mean, I could just like talk. We could just try and convince him to follow us for a bit.
If
You know where he is?
Maybe with some magical influence temporarily that doesn't cause harm to him.
if you think you can convince them to do so, then that ought to still work out. All we
Yeah,
have to do then is
mostly
manage
we
to
need
get
to
in.
Get in there. That's our biggest issue. The dragging him, the getting him out part probably won't be that bad.
Okay.
Perhaps I can. Perhaps
As long
I can
as we
help
don't
with.
get immediately
getting in.
hostile.
Oh, you think so? What's your idea?
I mean, I could let you in.
What?
What?
Into the Marine Quarter?
Yeah.
You already have permissions?
Oh no, I'm just sneaky through.
Oh, well.
I-
I was just thinking as maybe a baron, of course, as was suggested. I could simply ask for audience, and at which point we're walking into the Marine Quarter. If I
That
go
might
off and
be
do
his best as
legitimate
well.
business, then you two can, or well, all three of you can handle the rest of business. 600 turtle, yeah.
Yeah, I
Sneak it
mean,
in.
it's not like we're gonna hurt him or anything. We just want to talk to him and have him meet one of his acquaintances, I guess.
So, Bearcat and Gar, if you think you can pull this off without further assistance from me once I get you into the Marine quarters, then we have a plan.
Yeah. Mechanically speaking, I have charm person.
Mm-hmm. Oh, hey, yeah, that's actually perfect, isn't it?
Yeah. That
Don't think
does
entering the
exactly
quarter
what we
was
want
part
it
of it.
to.
But, well, I mean, the person is in the quarter. That's why we have to get in there. So
Yeah. But
all I
I
have
mean,
to do then is arrange an audience.
we might be able to catch him outside of the quarter. Is a possibility.
Mm-hmm. That's also a possibility, but we'd have to actually. Well, that would
Yeah.
be your job. Figure out when is the best point to interfere with them.
Yeah, he does kind of just live there though, which is
Mhm.
the hard part.
Yep. So for now,
That's a good idea.
we've been
We
in town for a little while.
could ask for him.
I'm going to assume that the Marine Keep is probably where the leadership of the city stays. Is that correct?
Yeah. Here's Turin Deathstalker's Manor, which is
Turns
easy.
Manor.
Yeah.
Okay. So I have to go around town, figure out who I need to prod in order to get permission or announce myself that I would maybe like to go to the manor to just speak on business, as we are a new baron in the local region, we're 10 days away. And of course, starting up trade and getting people coming to our location will be great.
What time of day is it right now?
It's midday,
Okay, just checking.
early afternoon. Yeah.
Okay. Ensorcelment is a crime in all of locations, said the necromancer. And after the fact he had been ensorcelled. Yes, that is absolutely correct.
Well, there's your problem with that one. I don't know what that means.
Well, who's this sign for? Couldn't be me.
Joke's on you, I can't read.
All right, and I guess with 4 minutes left, we have a plan for next time then, don't we?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
So we do the outros. Let's start with Kix and Gar.
Yep. I'll start with Kix while Gar goes ahead and types this out again. I am Baron Kix the Shield, Battlemaster Fighter Dragonborn. I'm cool and calculating. I believe a hero stands up against all challenges. Though it is under my command, responsibility coming first, and I have an immense ego and delusions of grandeur. Gar is the total necromancer. There's nothing he likes more than a good mystery. He believes in self-improvement. The goal of life of study is the betterment of oneself. What was the third one? Oh, right. He traded his soul for information and hopes to win it back by doing great deeds. And of course, last but not least, unlocking an ancient mystery is worth the price of a civilization.
So we have Barakat.
Yep, I'm Pandoran. I'm playing Barakat, the Eloquence Bard. Flattery is the best way to direct attention away from me. I like seeing the smiles on people's faces when I perform, which might now include Lael in his performances. My instrument is my most treasured possession, and I'm struggling to maintain my secret identity and occasionally let things slip.
And then we have a new character, Leo.
Yes, Lael, who is a wood elf monk. This is all. I probably have to change these a little bit, but I did work on it. He is personality is contemplative yet jovial. He's seeking balance and enlightenment within himself. His bonds are he pursues seclusion because enlightenment eludes him. And his flaw is he harbors vengeance in his heart that he struggles to control.
And of course, I am your GM, Lessons Learned. And join me during this week as we're continuing to play Mass Effect Legendary Edition. We're now on Mass Effect 3, as well working on some other projects. I still have hard drive space to record everything. And hopefully you can join us next Sunday. And for those who are still celebrating, happy Father's Day in the United States. So hopefully you come in contact with your fathers, or nah, I was going to say something else, but I'm not going to go there. And if not, well, maybe one day you will join the Rex. For now, we'll see you. We'll see you. Bye bye, everybody.
All right. Have a good night,
Goodbye.
everybody.